is with a new video for you guys. Sorry for the long wait. A lot of stuff was happening since, my dad's taken me away from this beauty of a garden. I'm still here right now, but we're going to be, going to a new garden now. And I'm going to make that one my new beauty. So I'm still saying goodbye to this one. And yes, but for, it's kind of weird. But for today, I'm just going to be talking about these plants right here that my dad had grown from seed. All of these my dad had grown from seed. Now this one, I'm going to start with. This one is the Sun-Kiss Orange. Sun-Kiss Orange, as you can see, likes to spread out a little bit. And, it's kind of all over the place, really. But you have to watch out because I'm going to lift it up. Be careful. There's a bunch of thorns on it, if you can see. There's like hundreds and hundreds of thorns everywhere. Here's a big one right there and there. So when you're handling this plant, be careful so you don't stick yourself. And so technically the story, my dad was just, eating some fruit, and he just decided, I'm just going to take the seed. The bull just decided to take the seed out and plant it. And it only took about, say 8 months. And look at it now. Now for the next plant that we have today, we have the Sun-Kiss Lemon. Again, kind of like the same name, but it is a different fruit. We're still waiting for these guys to produce fruit. They haven't produced any fruit for us this year. We're hoping next year, or maybe the year after that they will produce some fruit. And just like this plant right here, the Sun-Kiss Orange, beware, it has hundreds of thorns all over this plant. Just hundreds of thorns. So again, be careful if you do have one of these plants and you're handling them. You gotta be careful. But kind of like same story, my dad just decided to plant this one, and it took about the same amount of time, 8 months, and look how big it is now. Now the rest of these plants are really like the same as this plant, Sun-Kiss Yellow. We do have many of these brown turkey plants around, so he's probably taken a snipping from one, replanted it, so he can get a new plant, and so far it's been doing very well. Very, very well. So these plants are looking very good. I'm still waiting for some fruit out of them, but as you can see, they're kind of wet right now. If I can have the bull zoom in on that. They are pretty wet because, I've just watered them before I made this video. I just watered them because you really want to make sure that they're nice and wet and they got all the water that they need so they can grow fruit nice and big. I'm going to have a goal with this plant. When it does grow in orange, guys, I want that orange to be this big, okay? It's going to be a big orange. And you guys are going to see that because when it grows, I'm going to show you. Just like my dad's plant garden where he showed you guys that cucumber, or technically I showed you guys that cucumber. It kind of disappeared because I gave it to Roster Man. But I'm going to technically be growing it like that. But other than that, I really like how these plants are growing. They are very efficient. If you are handling these plants, again, I know I've said this throughout the video, beware of the thorns. But besides the point of the thorns, these are very great plants and I'm expecting some fruit from them. This right here is the Myers Lemon. My dad grew this. It's a pretty big plant right now, actually. This lemon plant has been growing very big. This is the only one that my dad actually bought, but when he did buy it, it was very, very little. So he put in a lot of work to get this to the size that it is, and as you can see, it is really drenched. As you can see from all the water on the leaves and stuff, that is very drenched because we need to make sure it has water so it can grow us some very great fruit. Now this right here is my Abaquina plant. It's supposed to, produce olives, but right now you can see kind of stripped of all of its olives because of all this heat that we've been having, and I guess it was too much stress on the plant, so it kind of just dropped all its olives. And there's only like 3 left in here. If you can zoom in, there's one right here, and then there are 2 up. Oh, that one fell. Oh well, there's 2 now. One right here, and a green one right there. And that's it for my Albaquina plant, but my dad grew this, and it's been getting big. It's been getting very big. This plant can grow up to 8 to 12 feet tall, and then 8 to 12 feet wide wingspan. So, yes, this one's gonna be getting very big. My dad, the bull, he's trying to keep it inside of a pot as long as he can. And then when it gets big enough, we're gonna transplant it over to our new beautiful garden on our new home. Now, coming over here, we have our next plant I'm willing to talk about. This plant right here is a blueberry plant. Now, this blueberry plant this year produced a lot of blueberries, but me and the bull, we only got about 70% instead of getting 100% of all the blueberries we wanted, because birds just come, they swoop down, just tear it up. But we've been trying our best. We don't harm the birds, but we're trying to make sure that they don't, come and eat all our blueberries all the time. But, we got a pretty good 70% of our blueberries. They produce a lot of blueberries. I am very proud of this plant right here. And I'm very successful about how much it's grown. Now this plant can get a little bit bigger actually, and I'm surprised about its size and how many blueberries it put. Like it'd be like this whole thing just blueberries. Imagine this leaf right here, not even a leaf, just blueberries. Like that's how much blueberries this thing is producing. Right here, as you know, my dad grew this, just another lemon plant. Back here we have another Myris lemon. And then right here I have the Persian Tahitian lime. Now it's not a lemon, it's a lime plant, and it's been growing very great and successful. Still waiting to get some limes off of it. I'm expecting this plant to grow some pretty good limes, because you can see the stems are pretty fat and green, and it's growing very, very well, and I'm very impressed. Again, with this plant, you can see that the leaves are drenched with water, and so is the soil down there. If you can look, it looks pretty wet, because we want to give these plants water so that they can grow and get big. Because the bigger the plant, it's an old saying the bull used to say, the bigger the plant, the bigger the fruit. But now that we have gotten to the subject, that'll be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Dr. Ricci out.